Okay, one of the things with the older trailers is they just have USB-A ports. The newer trailers have USB-A and USB-C. So what I've done is I've bought these little surface-mounted A and C chargers, which I'm going to install here to replace those factory ones. There's a couple latches on the bottom here that you need to pull to release this drawer, and it slides off of there. So as you can see in here, those existing ports are just connected with a couple of Wago connectors. It looks like the black wire from the port connects to the white wire, and then the red wire connects to the black wire. Yeah, rather interesting. Alright, well, we can make that work. These just have a couple of screws on them right here. So we'll pop these guys out. Pop these Wagos open. Take off the white one. The screws on the old design appear to line up with the screws on the new one, so that should be an easy swap. Just trim that off there a little bit. So on the previous one, the black went to the white wire, and the red went to the black wire. Let's pop that in there. Okay, looks like we got a blue light. Apparently that blue light's pretty bright, so I'm going to put a piece of tape over that to cover that. Also make sure that this works, so let's plug in a USB-A here. There, USB-A. Plug in the phone. And it looks like it's working. Cool. I'll cover up that light with a little strip of black tape. That way it won't be right in your face when you're sleeping here at night. Ooh, nice. So you see that blue light shining through there a little bit. And again, we got this blue light on here. We need to cover that up. So I'm just taking a little strip of electrical tape and covering that up. And I'm just using the original screws. The screws that came with this seem to be a little smaller, and that one stripped out, so I'll just go back to the factory screws. They tuck in there easy enough. Alrighty, and that just snaps on. And the thought of all those wires just floating around back there loose and getting hit by the drawer, so I taped them up against the back wall. That'll just be better. One thing I noticed the other day was this hinge here. Seems to be a little loose. You can see when I open the door, there's a little bit of play there, and then when I close it, there's also a little bit of play. So hopefully this will just tighten up, and that'll be the end of it. Oops. That's not right up. I went ahead and tightened these. These were just very slightly loose. press it on like that. Alright. Here's a little bonus maintenance tip for you. When you got these sliding doors on these cabinets, you just take a little bit of silicone and then get it down in that track and just kind of wipe it back and forth a little bit. That'll help that slide a lot better. And then these doors just pop back up in there. That's better. These screws, after you've used them a couple times, I mean, they just strip out. And you also run the risk of damaging your sealing finish if the screwdriver were to slip while you were putting these in or taking them out. So what everybody does is they pop these out and they replace them with a thumb screw that goes into a rib nut or some type of a molly fastener. So we're going to do one of these real quick just to see how that goes. But we're going to drill a little slightly smaller hole before we get there, I think, just so that I don't risk damaging anything with that. If that drill bit were to slip, I'd be in a world of hurt because it would be visible damage on the inside. I know I've done a lot of damage on the outside in places that you can't see, but the sealing is going to be someplace where Mrs. Believer would see it every single time. And the other thing everybody does is they put a little plate on the drill bit to catch the bits. Wish us luck here as we go for it. That was easy. Okay. Definitely don't want to hit that wire there. Looks pretty good. So all of our tasty bits there. Let's try 13/64 maybe. All right. Let's try jumping to a quarter here. And I'll test the fit. Alright, took a minute to get the rib nut here ready to go. You slide that in there, and then when you crimp it, it fills the hole and squishes itself down there. Oh, mama, that's a tough one. Oh, I think we got it. Unscrew it from there, I guess. Alright. And you want to make sure you got all the threads engaged on the nut here. Otherwise you run the risk of stripping it out. And if you stripped it, it's going to be very difficult to get that out of there. Unscrew it. Okay. And now we should have a nice easy screw. The rib nuts were a few bucks. The rib nut driver was about 30 bucks. These little thumb screws were, I think, were 7 or 8 bucks for a set of 5. And so I had to buy 2 sets. So that means I got a couple extras if I ever need them for anything. Yeah, that's all right. Pretty good.